Peace, salam. Got a quick video right here. We're gonna be celebrating Stokely Carmichael, better known as or now known as Kwame Ture of the Black Panthers. It's his birthday. It's an infamous voice of Black empowerment and liberation. It's a fearless organizer, a brilliant thinker, powerful voice in the fight for Black liberation. He helped shape the course of history through movements like SNCC or SNCC and the Black Power movement. Today we honor and remember a fearless leader who never stopped speaking truth to power. That's all we gotta do, man. This is in Newark, my hometown, my birthplace, Newark, New Jersey.
Wherever we are today, we are the victims of racism. Thus, the black man, the African, wherever we find ourselves today, are the victims of three evils. We are landless, we are the victims of capitalism, and we're the victims of racism. Any ideology that seeks to deal with the problems of the African, the black man, must talk about these three major problems. And the ideology must be based on dialectics. Dialectics is merely opposites. Brother Malcolm, in his message to the grassroots, says that revolution knows no compromise. Revolution knows no compromise. Brother Malcolm is correct. He understood that revolution is based on the philosophy of dialectics. They're opposite.
Also, I believe when the Black Panthers first started out as college students, I think they were called Sons of Malcolm or something like that. I know he was an inspiration for them.
They're opposites that are constantly struggling, and they're struggling against a very practical scientific law. The law simply says that two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
The laws of physics right there.
Thus, if you understand this correctly, and these opposites are diametrically opposed, thus, if you understand this correctly, you will understand that there can be no compromise in revolution. One will survive and one must be destroyed. It's as simple as that. So if you're talking about revolution, know what you speak of. The Vietnamese are revolutionary. They say, we will win or we will die. If you say you're revolutionary, understand you're not talking about losing. There can be no losing. Either we win or we die. It's very simple.
Wow, that's deep right there. You can almost hear his Trinidadian roots come out in his accent too. This is a wonderful piece right here. I haven't seen this.
Very simple. Philosophy of dialectics, opposites. We live in a system that oppresses us on a worldwide basis, European imperialism. We must propose a system which is diametrically opposed to this system. And our new system must occupy this space. Only one will occupy. Our system must be so diametrically opposed to the system under which we live that none of the characteristics of this system will be able to come into our new system. Must be diametrically opposed. Opposites. Must understand that. There's something you must understand about a revolutionary. The major preoccupation of a revolutionary is in creating, building, not destroying. The major preoccupation of a revolutionary is in building, creating, not destroying. The revolutionary must destroy, but destruction is an inevitable consequence of his building. Destruction is an inevitable consequence of his building. He has to destroy. Like, for us to live, we've got to destroy America. That's tough. That's just not our problem. We got to build. We have to build.
Say in the Nation of Islam and the 5%, as it said, the letter 8 or infinity is build and destroy. Yeah, I'm saying this is some powerful stuff right here.
The major preoccupation of the revolutionary is always concerned with building. When you see so-called revolutionaries on television talking about they're going to destroy, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and don't talk about building, know that they are not revolutionary. They just jiving.
They're just jiving. They just want to loot. They just want to steal. They just want some alcohol for free. You know what I'm saying? They just want a couple cigarette cartons from Vons, Albertsons, during the riots. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to watch this on my own because y'all don't really watch all my videos with me. But I'm digging this right here. Stokely Carmichael.
A true revolutionary must propose a viable alternative to the masses. That's his responsibility.
I remember went down in the projects when I was younger, and someone was playing with my little cousin, my female cousin, or whatever. I didn't like it. It was a man, so I'm like, "Yo, get off my cousin," or whatever, whatnot. We get in a little tussle. You know what I'm saying? It's a little nothing too much. Let me know if you want to know that fight story. But say that to say, as I get home back to my father house uptown, um, from the projects, and he's like, Yusuf, I told him what happened. He's like, Yusuf, you can't just come and change things. You got to come in addition with a whole system. You know what I'm saying? That reminds me, Stokely reminds me of that moment right there. A lot of key factors. This is why black man's so detrimental to the family. And I never knew um Boys in the Hood. I just saw a video with Spider Loc, the most Easty, check him out. And it was talking about Boys in the Hood, John Singleton. And I didn't know that the movie was about the comparison of a mother's love to her children to a father's love. Now, mind you, they had a single father, with Trey. Then you had a single mother with her sons. You know what I'm saying? Look how Trey came out. Look how, Doughboy and Ricky, you know what I'm saying? It's deep. Did y'all know that? I had to do a video on that.
He must propose a viable alternative to the masses, which is clear, which they can see, because the masses are going to have to be willing to die, fight, and more importantly, kill for that new system. Thus, they must understand it correctly and properly so that they will know not what only they're dying for, but more importantly, what they are killing for. You must understand this. Something else you need to know about revolution. Revolution is based on truth and justice with a capital T and a capital J. It may sound romantic, but it is a fact. In order for revolutionary struggles to succeed, they must be proposed on truthful and just systems. They have to be. That's the only reason they succeed. The Vietnamese are revolutionary. They say we will win because ours is a just struggle. And they will win because theirs is a just struggle. The Palestinian Arabs say that we will win because our struggle is just, and the Arabs will win. Theirs is a just struggle.
Well, you can see here the Panthers always stood in solidarity with the Palestinians. Now I don't know what they felt about them after the crack era or how these Arabs treat us from our communities today. But I definitely is interesting. We should always take heed to the mindsets of our peoples in the 60s and 70s. It was quite a time to live. You know, some amazing minds, brilliant.
And we, the Africans, of course, we will win because of all the struggles. Ours is the most just.
Mm. That's right.
We are a landless people. We are a landless people. If you understand anything about revolution, and I'm sure you do, you understand, Brother Malcolm. I read from the message to the grassroots. If you cannot read, it's on record. So I'm sure you can slip it in. No excuse.
Check out Message to the Grassroots. I need to get that in paperback, in actual book form. I could touch it, I could smell the pages.
No excuse. If you can't read, if you don't like to read, there's no excuse. It's on record. So in between Aretha and Wilson Pickett, and if you're black enough, for Miriam Makeba, you can slip it on.
Yeah, man. But that was Brother Stokely Carmichael, man. Born in Trinidad originally. Um, you know, spearhead of the movement for Black liberation. Peace and Black light. All power to the people. Black light out. Thank y'all for listening.